Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
The Order of the Ascendant awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
When I first joined up with you, I figured Milver Street and Carr knew you'd do a good turn for our folk eventually. Thought if I tagged along, it'd be good for my resume or some such. And it seems all of us were right. That relay ain't a threat anymore. But one thing I couldn't quite figure out all this time is what you were getting out of helping us. Not that I disagree with your assessment, but I find it mighty interesting that you think you got the authority to supersede them altogether. Things slid into focus for me mighty quick once we got to the relay. You were busy hunting down a fellow agent. And I thought you folk were about duty and camaraderie above all. Were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have? So you're out here without a boss, huh? Might not be so bad. Though I'm curious if they'd even see justice done to your traitor. You agents are untouchable, or so the story goes. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate. You and Ibarra are the first agents I ever met, in fact. But you get things done. I trust you. As for Ibarra, verdict's still out. He insults Auntie's choice a mite too much for my liking. But that's the Earth Directorate's company policy, ain't it? No, I get that. If you wanted to, you would have done so already. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving. Thought it was noble helping the Vigilant get Westport back on its feet. In theory. Who wouldn't want to see their home rebuilt? On the other hand, this could be one hell of an advertisement for other Protectorate settlements. Rebuilding in the face of Auntie's choice and all that. But on the other hand, could only be a matter of time before Westport crumbles into the sea again, and this'll be all for naught. What was your question again? Fine by me. Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Seems friendly enough, if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. Though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it. Fine by me. How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one of the first to touch down in Arcadia. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity, but, well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was decided that parting ways would be best. Like garbage? I'd like to hope the captain and the surgeon who performed the operation were a bit more considering than that. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. I'm a walking lesson in breakage. That's a nice sentiment. Did you pull it directly from a children's serial? Sorry. It's just increasingly clear you've not had many dealings with the corporation or its leaders. This is the way of things in Auntie's Choice. If you can't prove your worth, you're left behind. And that's why I'm here, trying to play catch-up. I miss my platoon, most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are. Huh. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the nonstop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, he's tough. He'll be all right. Of course I do. Can't help but wonder if I'm missed in return. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind. Right. If this new graft fails, you mean? Then I keep pushing forward till I can't anymore. You didn't see me when I first got out of surgery and came to Paradise Island. The fact that you and I met at all is a testament to Doc's skill. But suppose if her treatment doesn't stick, then maybe it's my time to go. You can only cheat death so many times. You know that as well as I do. You can't stay put in an active war zone without someone to watch your back. Without my platoon, I figured I'd do better asking for help in an acquired town. Once Doc healed me up, I found work here, made a living, or something like it. My contract switched hands a number of times, and, well, you see how that turned out. Desperation brought me here. Determination made me stay. Then desperation circled back around and inspired me to escape while I could. I owe Doc more than I could say. She helped me without even asking for payment or a favor up front. I never would have thought folk like her existed out here. She reminds me of the folk I had back home in Taucetti. Generous despite everything. The thought gave me comfort when I first sat in her chair, barely able to walk without help. I'd rather not dwell on those moments, if it's all the same to you. What matters is the here and now. Fine by me? Well, like I said, we were both in the same unit. Me as a combat medic, him as a machine gunner. Everyone in my unit was from Taucetti, so we already had that in common. And we served on the front lines, which made us look out for one another that much more. See, most of us were laborers, and we just got our first real shot at something greater. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and what better way to do that than become a hero? Our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. And our days of living in squalor would be far behind us. Oh, they were ex-VPs from Spacer's Choice. They tried to hide it, but we found them out quick. They didn't eat like the rest of us, see? When you're used to doing without, you stay mindful of anyone or anything that might try to steal the can of Saltuna from your hands. The VPs set their own cans down, half-eaten. The kind of certainty that your lunch ain't about to be someone else's, is a real nefarious kind of privilege. We spent a week crouched in the same foxhole under aerial bombardment. Shared water one sip at a time by the end of it. Anyone would have been friends after that. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Maybe I'll tell him that over a beer one day. Praise him in front of the whole saloon. Law knows he's got a thing for heroics. Commander, has your gray matter reverted to that of a prepubescent? No, we ain't, you know. We're friends. Nothing romantic-like. But maybe could have been, under other circumstances. But I'd say those circumstances have well and truly flown. He kept me clear-headed. Every so often there'd be a lull in the bombardments and I'd hear voices all across the field, calling out for aid, for mama, for death. Almost got my head clean taken off when I tried to scramble out of the foxhole the first night. I heard a call for help and moved on instinct. Damn foolish of me, really. Ortiz told me not to panic, to wait till he could provide cover, to just shout first aid instructions where I could. It was too valuable to fall in battle, he said. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. And the reward for that torment was my life. Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate 5 limbs. I'm thankful every day that the Protectorate can't aim for shit. I appreciate that, Commander. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became my friend. I'll carry that knowledge always. Fine by me? Like ain't the word I'd use, even before I was itching to tear up my contract and set it aflame. Auntie gave me autonomy, gave me the choice to do more than just struggle to survive. They treated me better than my last employers did, and despite recent events, I believe in their mission. We can give folk here in Arcadia a better life. What? Did you think I was born into it? How else do you grow a corporation to this size without doing outside recruiting? Take a look at what most systems offer and what Auntie's Choice provides. Do the math. I'm just one of many who welcomed the chance to enlist with open arms. Can't blame them for cutting their losses. What they've done for me more than outweighs how I'm feeling now. If I'd been in this position with any other corp, I'd be dead. Now, do I got qualms with Auntie? Sure. But I'll tell you what, when she overthrew those Spacer's Choice bastards in Tau Ceti, my home system, that takeover was the best thing that ever happened to us, even if it took time to see it. But I reckon that's a tale for another day. That all you wanted to discuss, or...
Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Yeah, suppose you're right. They'd have matched wits well enough. Oh yeah? What's needling you? Shit. Knew I was forgetting something. Well, if this ain't mortifying as law, I had some trouble adjusting in the years after Horizon Point. I was in pain more times than I wasn't. Had trouble sleeping. The drinks helped. Until they didn't. Those bottles ain't half full, are they? I appreciate the concern, Commander, really, but there's no problem. You have my word. I'm good. Val tell you the same. Besides, I found other ways to cope. Healthier ones. I'm not sure anyone would consider that healthy. When I'm not out there heroically saving the colony, I like to tinker around the ship or work on Val. I exercise. Been considering taking up cross-stitch. What do you think? Just remember you said that the next time I'm puttering around at odd hours making a racket. And thanks. Was there anything else you needed, Commander?
It was great. This one was for Niles, right? It was great meeting you, Niles. You're right. An agent's life is a busy one, and there's little time for meeting with citizens to say farewell in person. But we are happy to be of service. As for your question, there's absolutely no reason you couldn't become an agent if you put your mind to it. It only requires hard work and a dedication to the greater good. I have no doubt that you have what it takes to be one of the best and the brightest, Niles. Good luck to you. And look me up if, or should I say when, you become an agent.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station, due to the astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
You into orbit. Purple berry tequila. Rise the purple word. Crabble juice. It's the crabble you can drink.
So you create an equation.
Didn't realize we were getting so close to the action.
Got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
You form the hypothesis based on experimentation. Then does the new data match your equation? Does the effect follow causation? Does it follow the causation? Does it follow the causation?
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
Loving another is never nice. You must be precise. It's your vocation. When your data looks bad, you'll get a sensation. Every academic knows it. It's numeric fixation. It is numeric fixation. It is numeric fixation.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram. You profit more. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. This is your 2061st reminder.
This station must have really been something before the war made its home here. If things escalate, might never be something again.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden. Attention passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your train. Please be mindful of your departure. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
Refugees and travelers report targeted ambushment by desperate pharmaceutical addicts, chemically dehanced castles. Who have come to a life of pilgrimage, plunder, anti-strength have been a source of bivouac.
All right, you shit in my pants. Not funny, Carl. It's a brawl.
Ready to wait. Here's your command.
Trouble ahead.
Insides are leaking outside, Commander.
calculation. For those lost in thought and are finishing an equation, I repeat,
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry or they'll be eaten. Or worse. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Just get the signal.
Quite the predicament you're in. Coming for you.
stranger. The order bids you welcome, but also warnings. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here.
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Well, I'm gonna be sick.
The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. The rest of this area, less so. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken.
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike. I can tell you that much.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's Mercy. The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced and prone to violence. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. The creatures are of the genus Varachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human, and exceedingly willing to do so.
May all our efforts add to the equation.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
Matriarch's mercy will be met with swift and equivalent action. Some useful guidance for those newly residing in Matriarch's.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Another refugee? All right, step forward.
Is it bad that, despite being in the middle of a war, I'm quite excited to see Matriarch's mercy?
Thought we were getting here in time for a ceasefire, but instead we've got whatever that was falling out of the sky.